understanding the depth of schizophrenia in my case is almost the same as trying to understand what happens when we die. It's a giant black hole in space which can go on forever. I use it to describe states that I have been in the past, over the years, but I also, so in a sense, I feel comfortable with the word when I use it, but when other people use that word, it's a little bit difficult for me, because I don't think they understand the true essence of what crazy is. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately I think I lost touch with reality and was aware that I was crazy. Of course, when I was younger, that would have come out as more like my brain feeling broken, but ultimately, yeah, I was definitely crazy. Lose everything to gain that understanding. But when people have to put themselves in my shoes, I guess they would see the pain. Right, I lost my childhood and my teenage years to schizophrenia and addiction. Currently, someone who is stepping in my shoes sees the success that I've reached over the last few years, where I rebuilt my life essentially from nothing to something. And I can't say that I did that alone. I did that with help from psychiatrists, medication, my loyal friends, and of course my parents. Well, I guess I'll answer that question by saying the things that aren't my daily struggles. I don't hear voices anymore. So by that I mean I don't have any form of hallucinations. I still have anxiety, but that's hard to say whether that is due to the schizophrenia or what's left of it, or if that's just everybody's a bit anxious, right? The other main thing would be sedation. And of course, like, it's embarrassing for me. That I'd say that's a huge struggle for me every day, is the embarrassment I feel when I fall asleep in class or people see me as lazy. But it's not that. So those are my main struggles, and the other struggle is simply to live a sober life. Ultimately, I would say that my recovery is an ongoing process, something which I will be working on my entire life. The thing I fear most is the idea of dying or not living and having not accomplished something in this world that I can leave behind. I'm not saying that would be fame or anything. I'm just saying working towards helping people with mental illness, let's say, or addiction, not belonging anywhere is something that makes me very anxious. I've always been a writer, so I started at a very young age writing basic poems, and then around middle school I fell in love with hip-hop music and became a rapper. So that's my hobby. I do a lot of, I still write poems and raps. I did study recording engineering for some time, where I was producing my own music. I'm starting, to write a screenplay with a friend about schizophrenia. I've taken up drawing, and my other hobby is my deep passion and obsession for stationery. Fountain pens, pencils, all those sorts of things, which I find probably my favorite thing to acquire and care for. And I'll start by saying that as serious and traumatic as my life has been, there's also been a lot of joy, hope, and humor. Those years that were very tough for me, and music was the only thing that was kind of helping me through those times. And my cousin came over, and we were listening to some Baroque music. I was having a difficult time mentally, and he made the joke, if it ain't Baroque, don't fix it. Everybody's trauma is their own experience. So, for instance, somebody who might have gotten bitten by a dog, it might not traumatize them, while someone else will be deeply traumatized for years because of that. So that's one thing that I think people have to realize, and this is one thing that I speak about when I do my public speaking, is understanding that everyone's experience is their own. And just like everybody should be entitled to their own opinion, everybody should be entitled to their own experience. To overcome both my addiction and my mental illness, it would take a lot of luck and a lot of hard work. So I think that is probably the one thing that I want to leave you with, because that's the reality. A lot of people work to gain their sanity and will never accomplish it, unfortunately, but many will. And so, you know, that's just how it is. I was lucky in so many ways and blessed in so many ways, but I also worked at it too. So that's how it is for everyone, I think, in the struggle. Yeah.
Thank you for watching this interview. For the full version, visit our website. And in the meantime, give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and share it with anyone who could benefit from it. Have a beautiful day.